So I assume if you've got down to the depths of hell of YouTube to find my video on the speed flip, that you've pretty much watched every other one out there. So I just want to go over a few things that did help me finally get it, especially at a lower level. Well, that's not what I meant to do. So I don't want to go over the actual tutorial of how to do it, because I think by now you know how to do it, you just can't perfect it. So I'll go over a few things that did help me. I guess we'll do a quick tutorial on it that I just do it the old school way, of a 11 o'clock stick hold diagonal flip with the cancel, and then I use directional air roll to land back on my feet when my car is in the upright position, which we'll get to when we get back into the pack. So no of the weird ways of doing it. There's some where you hold directional or free air roll and directional air roll and double jump and do a front flip cancel. I don't do that one, so I don't know if those methods work with the things I'm going to go over and what helped me. So that's just point one. Second, we'll have two packs that you can use. The first one here, I recommend you do second after the Musty's pack, and not necessarily that you've hit the Musty's pack, the ball in the Musty's pack, that once you feel like you're starting to get the flip down, you can use that other pack, which we'll go to at the end, because it doesn't require as perfect of a speed flip as Musty's does. So the first thing I want you to remember is that your car has different levels of diagonal flip. So you have, obviously, if you hold it straight forward, you get a front flip. And if you just barely rotate that to the left, you're going to get a very slight diagonal flip. So you want to be, and if you keep going, you'll be at the 10 o'clock range on your stick, and you'll get even harder diagonal flips. So you want to stay at that 11 to 12 o'clock range. That's fine. Everybody's told you that before. So what helped me is that you have to know exactly where to jump. Number two is always let your car touch the ground. That's in every pack. But when you go out here to make your little slight adjustment turn in your jump, that turn and that jump is going to happen right about here, almost a car length away. So right in this area. So don't jump too early or jump way too late, because you won't get it. So what I try to do, and I remember doing it the first time, was go out and practice your diagonal flip. Just go out and do this. Turn right a little bit and then come back and make that slight diagonal flip. Just do this over and over, just like that, where it's halfway, car comes halfway up and stop. Double flip, halfway up, stop, go back. Now this part doesn't matter if you let the car touch the ground, because you're just doing the same thing over and over just to try to build what it looks like, or the muscle memory behind it. So just do that, or if you're going this way, I can't do it to the right. It's actually harder for some reason for me, but do it to the left multiple times, and that. So now you've got the jump part down. You've got the diagonal flip part down. Now you have to add in the cancel. And that's where, once you do this, you've got it going. Okay, 1, 2, 3. On the fourth, I'm going to pull my stick down, and it should look something like that eventually, until you get it fast enough that it looks like that. So the other visual reference that helped me was, if I imagine that my car is the stick, my left stick, when I go out and I make that very slight turn, and that's like a 10-degree turn that you're wanting to make, that I want to put my stick back on the white line. And I don't know if you can visualize it like that. For some reason, that's kind of the way I thought of it. You also want to make sure that your car stays on the white line or on the right side of the white line, depending on which way you're going. So if you're coming out and you're flipping out and you're going and doing this, even though you think, oh, I was so close, you're not going to get it. keep it on the white line as much as possible. Do that trick. Do 1, 2, 3, and then pull down on the fourth. On the fourth, make sure you let your car touch the ground though. From there, you'll start getting the cancel portion down. So now that you kind of do everything in segments. You got 1, 2, 3. You've got the jump location. You've got the angle of the diagonal flip because you can overdo it. And when I pull Bacchus mod up here in a few, you'll see that it definitely monitors your angle. And then that's where the cancel will come in. So once you start getting that down and you get a cancel, maybe it looks like that. That just means you didn't cancel fast enough. So you go back and you do it again. 1, 2, 3. Fourth, I'm going to do it again, and then I'm going to pull down a little faster. Now my biggest problem is my landings, which you can remedy by using a little bit of drift, but not too much because I think it slows you down. So you got your diagonal flip down. Always imagine that the flip is going forward and not sideways, because if your car's doing that, you're just going sideways, and that propulsion of the double jump isn't sending the car forward. Almost think of it as a front flip when it's, you know, it's kind of is a front flip in terms of how the car gets boosted forward. So if it's not boosting you forward, then you're not going to hit the ball in time. You have to reach supersonic pretty much, I think, right by that this line right here, and that's like, I don't know, whoop, right before, oh, holy shit, wow, hold on, yeah, it's hard to measure exactly where it kicks in at, but another thing, don't hold the gas, just use the boost right now, because the gas is going to kick on a quick second before your boost does and start the timer, and you don't want it to do that. And Bacchus mod will show you that, so we'll pull that up real quick just for PC people. I'm sure you have this. If not, you need to get it because it definitely helps, especially explaining the things that I was just explaining. So at the top, you've got your left to right, where you need to stay in that middle range. The far right vertical counter there is your first jump. So as you can see, we'll use this even for console players. You can see right where that first jump needs to be, right about here. And then you've got your bottom one is your dodge angle. So if you're going out and you're practicing your first jump, your dodge angle, and it can be in the yellow. You want it in green, of course, but you're not going to get it there right off the bat. I mean, I can hit it sometimes, even being in the red. Usually, as long as 3 out of the 4 are at least 3 of them are damn near perfect. One of them can be slightly off, like that. I was in the red, but everything else was pretty much dead on. So go out and practice your diagonal flip. This is where I think the visual reference helps more. And you can see, okay, I'm getting the right angle of flip. Now, I just got to pull that stick down as soon as I let off, or almost at the same time that I am touching the jump button for the second time. But the visual reference of the white line is what really helps. So, that being said, once you get that down and you feel like you're getting it, but you're still not hitting the ball, I want you to go to the custom packs, and this one right here, let me take Bacchus mod off so you can see. I'll put the link in the description right here. That'll be the code. And what you'll do on that one is it's usually shot 30 on Xbox, but PC changes it. You'll be looking for this shot. It's just straight down the field. You don't see the ball, like whatever the hell it's called, where the angle of the ball, where the ball's going to go, like other packs show you. So it's just straight like that. And this requires a speed flip, just not a perfect one. Like MUSTY's does. So even with a bad speed flip, no, I'm not going to get it with that. Maybe. No. With a bad speed flip, that wouldn't hit MUSTY's, but it wouldn't hit that either. Wore this jump button out. So, just that's a good place to start because it doesn't require it to be perfect like MUSTY's does. So you can try that a few times, and once you start getting this down and you're hitting the ball consistently, then you can go back into MUSTY's pack and keep practicing. And that's pretty much it. That's about all I can really tell you. It's from there. It's just time. It took me about a month to get it, and I switched from 3 different controllers. I still can't do it on my Xbox, which is what I've always played on. I switched to PS4 and 5, and then I hit it finally. Now if I go back, I can't do it. And I'm not saying you can't do it on the Xbox controller, but I can't now. So give that a shot. Hopefully it helps you. Once you do that, once you hit the MUSTY's pack, don't go into ranked matches and try doing it, because hitting it in MUSTY's pack versus hitting it in either one of these scenarios of kickoff with limited boost is 100% different than doing it in his pack with full boost. More than likely you're going to double jump your way. More than what I do, that I mess up, or a lot of times I'll do that, or I'll miss, usually on the corners, and I'll go around it, or I'll go on the other side of it, or I'll do something like that. So you have to practice it before you do it in a ranked match, unless it's ones. And if you're a level player, use it once you get it down, because most plats like myself or lower aren't using it, and a lot of times you'll dust the ball right by them, and it's pretty much a free goal every time. So I hope that helped. If it did, let me know in the comments, because I'd really like to know if that's just me being dumb and have some dumb way of thinking of it that helped me, or if it made any sense. I don't know. So let me know. We might make some more videos. We might not. We'll see. But we'll go from there and see what happens. Thanks for watching.